Good afternoon, WTF shock troopers. Welcome to the Tuesday, July 19th episode of WTF Central Oregon, where I give you my uncensored view on Central Oregon life, news, and events. As usual, I am your host and ringleader in this circus called life, Jeremy Johnson. First things first, I want to make a call out to all male actors ages 25 to 45. There will be an audition tonight at 2nd Street Theater for Red Hand Studios' Bug. This production is really deep, kind of psychotic, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in auditioning, tonight's the last night at 2nd Street Theater at 7 o'clock. Now I have my issues with the bulletin, but I was speaking with the owner of Caldera Grill last night, and he informed me of a not so great review that the bulletin posted for them on their website. Since I pretty much disagree with the original review, and pretty much a lot of what the bulletin has to say anyways, I decided to post my own online video restaurant review. I like to call this segment, Where's the Food, Central Oregon? Wow, that kind of looks familiar. I just started hanging out at Caldera Grill fairly recently, and I've been getting to know the owner, the staff, and the establishment itself. Please, Central Oregon, I want you to know that I am not actually getting paid for this, but I just want to re-review a restaurant that kind of got a bad rap. First of all, the food at Caldera is pretty great, pretty much across the board. And that's considering the price. I haven't found many restaurants in town that have such a great quality to price ratio that Caldera has to offer. Anyways, I like Caldera because they have great food, great drinks, great prices for both, a great atmosphere, great service, and it's within easy biking distance of my house, which also makes it pretty darn great. And this is why I'm going to start calling Caldera's the official watering hole of WTF Central Oregon. But if I could offer one bit of criticism, Stacy, come on, the front of the house restaurant, it's looking kind of bland. Put up some art or something. Make it look a little more lively. Get some flair. But I really do love this place, and enough of that, now it's time for the news. Benton Police Department is on the lookout for a stabbing suspect shortly after an incident in Northeast Bend. The victim, whose name had not been released yet, was stabbed in the stomach and the leg and promptly taken to St. Charles Hospital. The suspect fled the scene, back to his residence, as police were called to respond to the incident. The police then proceeded to block off the nearby roads, surrounding the house with officers armed with assault rifles, and called in a negotiator who promptly yelled at the house for 3 hours with a megaphone. After negotiations had failed, the police finally broke into the man's house after obtaining the correct warrants, just to find out he wasn't there. Amazing, Benton Police Department, just simply amazing. I know I've been bagging on you guys a lot lately, but to tell you the truth, it is our local media that is making you guys look like inept buffoons. I just happen to jump on it every time it crosses my sights. Anyways, back to the story. The police then released a photo of the suspect so the public could keep an eye out for him. They then promptly said that the suspect actually doesn't look anything like this picture anymore. They said he was thinner, without the beard, probably bald, and rides a mountain bike. Oh my god, I'm so screwed. Okay, on to our next story. Ben's injured bald eagle is now part of the Central Oregon Elite Celebrity Society. 4 weeks after the injured bird was found on the side of the road near Lapine, the bird, now named Patriot, has gained international attention because of a YouTube video featuring the vet taking care of the bird, giving him mouth-to-beak resuscitation. The video has been featured in international news outlets all over the world and has garnered local attention in our country as well on sites such as CNN. So far, $250 has been donated by caring animal lovers to help with the aid of Patriot, and more donations are encouraged. Okay, let me get this straight. We have thousands of hungry and homeless in this town, teenage kids who can't even read, a jobless market that is still in the pits, and we are encouraged to donate to something that would otherwise be roadkill had it not been discovered? Interesting. On the bright side, however, at least this will probably kill the stigma that Bend is the home of the first man to have a baby. And our final story of the day is about the recent screwing over of our Central Oregon soldiers. The first part of this story involves a Bend man who is fighting J.P. Morgan Chase to delay the foreclosure of his home until his son, who is deployed in Iraq, comes home from leave. Like many other Central Oregon homeowners, the downturn of the economy hit this soldier's father pretty hard, forcing him to go into default on a house that him and his son called home. This has tugged on the heartstrings of many individuals who started an online petition to delay the foreclosure of this man's house. So far, this petition has garnered over 100,000 signatures. Which is a little irritating to me because instead of signing some random online petition to show that you care, why don't these same 100,000 plus people, I don't know, chip in $1? I do think this might have a better chance of saving his house from foreclosure, don't you think? The second part of this story involves the Oregon National Guard demanding that many area soldiers give back $20,000 in enlistment bonuses because they later found out that many of these jobs were not qualified for these bonuses. Way to be a douche, Oregon National Guard. If it weren't for that enlistment bonus, you probably wouldn't have a lot of these kids in your ranks. So hey, you want your bonuses back? That's fine, National Guard. Why don't you give these kids their lives back and give them the option to honorably discharge out of the National Guard right now? Yeah, right, like that's going to happen. Anyways, Central Oregon Representative Greg Walden has started an investigation and hopes to come up with a solution fairly soon. It sickens me, Central Oregon, to see brave men and women, mostly kids, taking it in the keister from the very government that they swore to protect. And that, Central Oregon, is it for the news. Let's have a quick look at events. First and foremost, Munchin' Music again this Thursday featuring the Roots Underground in Drake Park. Nothing like contact highs, the smell of patchouli, and the largest gathering of white people with dreadlocks in the nation. But I actually just watched a video of Roots Underground on the interwebs, and they're pretty damn good to tell you the truth. And once again, don't forget to pick up your tickets for the Saturday, July 23rd of Neighbor Impact's Stand Up for Hunger. I will most definitely be there attending this great event featuring local Central Oregon comedians, the Bend Improv Group, and a magician. Woo! I love magic! And in personal exciting news, www.WTFcentraloregon.com is now live. It features all my videos, a blog, and the WTFCO Wall of Awesome, where I give props to all the people that are supporting the show. And you will also notice on the main page there is now a PayPal donate button, where you can support my show by donating $5, $10, $20. Heck, even if you got a spare $5,000, I'll take that too. It's just a way to keep this show alive by helping me pay bills such as, rent, electricity, my internet connection, and it helps me get materials to make this show even greater. Believe it or not, it takes a lot of work to do that, and I'm still not making any money doing this yet. I'm just putting it out there for you guys to enjoy. You can find me on my usual spots, my Facebook page, my Twitter page, my YouTube page, and you can still email me directly at WTFcentraloregon@gmail.com. So like, subscribe, follow, send me comments. And one of the comments I'd like to hear is, what do you think the Bend Police Department could do to improve their image in this community? And in conclusion, I just realized that I pretty much inadvertently made my first PG-13 episode of WTF Central Oregon. So that's it for today's show, Central Oregon. Be safe, and I'm out.
The day is over. It's time for me to say goodbye. To say goodbye.